Hi children, good morning. How are you? All are fine? Okay, good. I think you all are fine. I am very happy to see you children. It's a wonderful meeting again. So I want to introduce myself again children. My name is Anita, working as English teacher, KGBV Muppalla, Guntur district. So in this previous session, we discussed about a motivational speaker like Oichik. So the first unit in 10th class, theme of the unit name is personality development. So in this personality development, a reading is altitude. So our lesson name is attitude is altitude. So before we are going to the session, we recall the previous session. Children, are you ready? So let us start the session, part 3. So in previous session, we discussed about his family background. So first, shouldn't hear his early life. So Nick was incomplete child to his parents because he was born without arms and legs. Nick was born without arms and legs. So it is called a torso. Nick was born as a torso. His disability is called phocomelia. So this physical disability called a scientific name phocomelia. Nick was born on 4th December 1982 in Australia. He was born in Australia. So Australia capital Sydney. So ఆ సిడ్నీ నగరంలో ఆస్ట్రేలియాలో ఈయన జన్మించడం జరిగింది. But now he lives in Los Angeles. He was now lives in Los Angeles, USA. Nick's father was a computer programmer and an accountant. Nick's mother was a nurse. She was a nurse. What was Nick's mother? She was a nurse. What was Nick's father? Nick's father was a computer programmer. Nick has a small foot on his left hip, which helps him balance. So, here previous sessions we discussed Nick has a small foot on his left hip, which helps him balance. So, with the help of his small foot on his left hip, he balance and pick things up and write with a pen and pencil and hold. Here is a small foot is here, children. So, look at this picture, children. So I call it my chicken drumstick. So Nick could joke it is a small foot. Nick uses small foot to type, write, to pick up things. So here some pictures are there, children, how he plays football, golf, swim, surf. So here is our previous sessions, children. So in this previous session, we discussed about parental support and fixed depression. So his parental support. His parents did their best to make him independent. So Nick's parents decided him to join a mainstream school. His dad put him in water at 18 months to make him learn swimming. So Nick's father puts Nick in the water because of the reason is to learn swimming and give encouraging him to make him brave person. So Nick's father put him in a water. His mother invented a plastic device to hold a pencil. So Nick's mother was invented a plastic device. Whose mother invented a plastic device? Nick's mother. What Nick's mother invented a plastic device. Why she was invented a plastic device to pick things up with using his tools. She invented a plastic device. His parents joined him in a mainstream school instead of a general school, a special school, sorry. Instead of a special school, Nick's parents decided him to a mainstream school. So he was teased and bullied in the school. So some other students of that school was teased, bullied him, but finally he did it. He acquired a degree in financial planning and real estate. But children, mm, after all he faced his problems, challenges, he acquired a degree in financial planning and real estate. So Nick's depression, here is Nick's depression, how he depression. In previous sessions we discussed these points, children. So Nick deeply depressed when he was 8 years old. Nick was, when he was 8 years old, he was feeling so sad because he was a torso. Some other students are teased him. All that reasons made him going to depression. He went to his mom and crying and told her that he wanted to kill himself. So he went to his mother and crying and told her mother, I want to kill myself, mom. I can't live because I have no arms and legs. My life is not using for others, so it's useless life, he decided. So because of his depression he said like that. So he went to his mother and said to, uh, mother, I want to kill myself. How sad it was, children. At the age of 10 years old, tried to drown himself in the bath. So, being that depression, he was trying to attempt a suicide attempt. At the age of 10 years, he drowned himself in a bathtub. At the age of 13 years, he read a newspaper article about disabled man. So at the age of 13 years old, he read a newspaper article about physically challenged like. So that article changes Nick's life. That article impact him very much because that disabled person did miracles in his life. Being he is a physically challenged person, he achieved his goal and he helped others. So that uh, article realized Nick. So then he realized why God made like that and to give hope to others. So finally he realized after reading a newspaper article about a physically challenged person why God made him like this, because to give hope to others. Nick says, I want to concentrate on something that I had. So I have God given me a beautiful eyes. So I felt very happy about that. So um, I don't feel what I don't have, but I felt very happy. What good at me, my beautiful eyes. So um, uh, Nick felt like that. So children, look at the page number 5, paragraph. Nick began traveling the world, and in 2008 he went to Hawaii and met surfing master Bethany Hamilton, who had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. She was amazing, said Nick. She taught me how to surf, and I was terrified at first. But once I got up there, it felt absolutely fantastic, and I caught some waves pretty well. Nick quickly learned how to do the 360-degree spins on his board, a feat that got him on the cover of Surfer magazine within 48 hours. No one has ever done that in the history of surfing. He said but I have a very low century of gravity, so have got pretty good balance. So, children, I want to read the paragraph again. So, look at the paragraph and put your finger on those lines. So, passages are very important, children. So, you have questions in paragraph questions in so if you listen the lesson only, then only you attend the passage questions. So I want to repeat the paragraph again. So children, look at your books and put finger on those lines. Nick began traveling the world, and in 2008 he went to Hawaii and met surfing master Bethany Hamilton, who had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. She was amazing, said Nick. She taught me how to surf, and I was terrified at first. She taught me how to surf, and I was terrified at first. But once I got up there, it felt absolutely fantastic. And I caught some waves pretty well. Nick quickly learned how to do the 360-degree spins on his board, a feat that got him on the cover of Surfer magazine. Within 48 hours, no one has ever done that in the history of surfing, he said. But I have a very low century of gravity, so I have pretty good balance. Nick began traveling. Nick started traveling the world. So he traveling the world, and in 2008. So went to Hawaii. He went to Hawaii and met surfing master Bethany Hamilton. So he went to Hawaii in 2008 and he met a surfing teacher Bethany Hamilton. Children, look at here. Here is a Bethany Hamilton picture. So look at this picture. He met a surfing master, Bethany Hamilton, who had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. So, who had her arm bitten off? So, shark when she was 12 years old. At the age of 12 years old, she lost her left hand because one shark bitten off her left hand. That's why she lost her left hand. But she learned surfing and she teaches surfing. So it's a very wonderful about quality about Bethany Hamilton. Too, she was a disabled person. She learned surfing and she teaches surfing to others. It's a wonderful quality of Bethany Hamilton, children. So, how his was a disabled person is one shark in the seas. We are when she was 12 years old, a shark bitten off కొరికి వేయడం అనేది జరిగింది అనమాట. ఒక షార్క్, ఒక తిమింగలం అనేది ఈమె యొక్క లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ని 12 సంవత్సరాల వయసు ఉన్నప్పుడు కొరకడం వల్ల తినేయడం వల్ల ఆమె యొక్క హ్యాండ్ని కోల్పోవడం జరిగింది. సో వాట్ వాజ్ నిక్ ఓయిచిక్ సర్ఫింగ్ టీచర్ Bethany Hamilton, who was Nick's surfing teacher, Bethany Hamilton. So, why he chose Bethany Hamilton as a surfing master? Because she also a disabled person. That's why she uh, was chosen by Nick Koichuk. She was amazing, and Nick, they said Nick. She was amazing. Who was amazing? It's very important line, children. Would you please underline it? She was amazing. ఒక అద్భుతమైన టీచర్ అన్నమాట. Nick felt like that about Bethany Hamilton. So, who was amazing here? Bethany Hamilton. Who said these words, children? Nick. Who is the speaker of these lines? Yes, very good, children. Nick Wojcik. She taught me how to serve. Here, she referred to Bethany Hamilton. How to serve. She learned how to serve to Nick. And I was terrified at first. First, Nick terrified, afraid. But once I got up there, I felt absolutely fantastic and I caught some waves pretty well. సో మొట్టమొదట భయపడినప్పటికీ కూడా ఆయన అందులోకి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఆ వేవ్స్లోకి ఆ సర్ఫింగ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఒక అద్భుతమైన భావనని ఈయన ఫీల్ అవ్వడం జరిగింది. ఆ వేవ్స్ అనేది ఇతనిపై పడినప్పుడు చాలా ఆనందంగా ఫీల్ అయ్యారనమాట. Nick quickly learned how to do the 360-degree spins on his board. So Nick Koichik learned quickly how to do the 360-degree spins on his board. A feat that got him on a cover of Surfer magazine within 48 hours. Wow, what a great achievement he did. So uh, within 48 days after he completed his 360-degree spin, within a 48 hours సర్ఫర్ మ్యాగజైన్ వాళ్ళు ఆర్టికల్ వాళ్ళు ఈయన గురించి రాయడం జరిగింది 360-degree స్పిన్ గురించి. నో వన్ హ్యాస్ ఎవర్ డన్ దట్ ఇన్ ద హిస్టరీ ఆఫ్ సర్ఫింగ్. ఏ ఒక్కరు కూడా చేయలేకపోయారు ఈ సర్ఫింగ్ అని 360-degree స్పిన్ అనేది చేయలేకపోయారు. He said, but I have a very low century of gravity, so I have got pretty good balance. So because of his low century gravity, he done it. He did it. So I got a pretty good balance. So అందుకని ఆయన బ్యాలెన్స్ చేసుకోగలిగారు ఆ సర్ఫింగ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు. సో ఆ విధంగా 360-degree స్పిన్ చేయడం వల్ల 48 అవర్స్లోనే ఆయన సర్ఫర్ మ్యాగజైన్ అనే దాంట్లో ఆర్టికల్ రావడం జరిగింది. సో ఇది ఎవరు కూడా చేయలేని ఒక గొప్ప విషయం. ఇప్పటివరకు ఎవరు చేయలేనిది ఫస్ట్ టైం ఒక డిజేబుల్డ్ పర్సన్, ఫిజికల్లీ డిజేబుల్డ్, ఫిజికల్లీ ఛాలెంజ్డ్ పర్సన్ who is a torso, he did it. So it's a really, really great, children. So here new words are there, children. Amazing, causing great surprise, absolutely, completely, or totally. Fantastic, extraordinarily good. Gravity, the force that attracts a body towards the center of the earth. Here is antonyms, children. Balance, imbalance, quickly, slowly. So next para, look at the next paragraph, children. He has visited different countries all over the world. The football fan is now a motivational speaker and has traveled to over 24 countries, speaking to group of up to 110,000 people. So he moved to Los Angeles in 2007 and planned to continue to travel the world. In 2009, he visited South Africa and the Middle East. In 2008, Kane Miyahara, a young, beautiful girl whose mother was Mexican and whose father was a Japanese, attended to a meeting where Nick was guest speaker in Texas. Kane was attracted to Nick's message. From the time they were in touch with each other to share their ideas and giving hope to the needy. And they became close friends. Finally, they fell in love and the engagement happened in August 2011. Nick put the engagement ring on Kane's finger, with his mouth and then said the most beautiful words ever girl wants to hear coming out from her man's mouth. Baby, I love you. So children, I want to read the paragraph again. Listen carefully, put finger on your lines. He has visited different countries all over the world. The football fan is now a motivational speaker and has traveled to over 24 countries speaking to group of up to 110,000 people. He moved to Los Angeles in 2007 and planned to continue to travel the world. In 2009, he visited South America and the Middle East. In 2008, Kane Miyahara, a beautiful young girl whose mother was a Mexican and whose father was a Japanese, attended to a meeting where Nick was the guest speaker in Texas. Kane was attracted to the Nick's message from that time. They were in touch with each other to share their ideas on giving hope to the needy, and they became close friends. Finally, they fell in love and their engagement happened in August in 2011. Nick put the engagement ring on Kane's finger with his mouth and then said the most beautiful words every girl wants to hear coming out from her man's mouth. Baby, I love you. So here he has visited different countries all over the world. So Nick visited different countries all over the world. The football fan is now a motivational speaker. So he was a fan of English Premier League. So previous sessions we explained he was a lover of English Premier League, but he became a motivational speaker and has traveled to over 24 countries speaking to groups up to millions and trillions of people. So he realized why God made him like this, and he started motivating the people who lost their hope, who was in depression, who was in sadness. His words change their emotions and turns into their achievements goals. He is a wonderful motivational speaker, children. He visited how many countries? 24 countries, children. So and his speeches, wonderful speeches. He delivered a fantastic speeches and give hope to others. He moved to Los Angeles in 2007. So he moved to Los Angeles in 2007 and planned to continue to travel the world. So he was born in Australia, but he moved Los Angeles in US. We see Los Angeles children. In 2007, he moved Los Angeles and planned to continue to travel the world. So he decided to continue to travel the world in 2009. He visited America and the Middle East. So he decided to travel the world and give motivational speeches to people. So he decided, children. He visited South America and Middle East. In 2008, Kane Miyahara. So a beautiful young girl, she met Kane Miyahara, young beautiful girl whose mother was a Mexican and whose father was a whose father was a Japanese. So, whose mother was a Mexican and whose father was a Japanese. So, here children in 2008, Nick Oichik met Kane Miyahara, a young, beautiful girl. So look at this picture. She is a Kanemiyahara, and her mother was a Mexican and her father was Japanese. So his mother was a Mexican and her father was a Japanese. So different people are her parents. Different countries people of Kanemiyahara parents. So she once one day she attending to meet where Nick was the guest speaker in Texas. So here in Texas, Kanemiyahara met Nick Koichik. The first time she met Texas. Kane was attracted to Nick's message. She was attracted by his motivational message. From that time, they were to in touch with each other to share their ideas. So start చేశారు వీళ్ళు ఒకరితో ఒకరికి. They shared their ideas and on giving hope and needy ఆ అవసరం ఎవరైతే ఉందో వాళ్ళకి హోప్ ఇవ్వడానికి జీవితం పట్ల ఆసక్తి కలిగించడానికి వీళ్ళు ప్రయత్నించారు అండ్ ది బికేమ్ క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అయిపోయారనమాట. సో వాళ్ళ ఐడియా షేర్ చేసుకునే క్రమంలో వాళ్ళు క్లోజ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ అయ్యారు. ఫైనల్లీ దే ఫెల్ ఇన్ లవ్ అండ్ దర్ ఎంగేజ్మెంట్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఇన్ 2011. సో దే ఫెల్ ఇన్ లవ్. ఇట్స్ a great thing, children. She loved one disabled person. How great it was, how beautiful heart she had. In 2011, their engagement, whose engagement? Kanemia Hara and Nick Koichik. Nick put the engagement ring on Kane's fingers with his mouth and then said the most beautiful words ever girl wants to hear coming out from her man's mouth. Baby, I love you. So in this engagement, he put ring with his mouth. So he has no hands, children. So that's why he used his mouth to put a finger on Kanis. So this is the passage. So he lives in now lives in Los Angeles. So he moved Australia to Los Angeles in 2007 అన్నమాట. In 2008 she Kanemiyahara met Nikoichik and her parents are Mexican, Japanese background. So their engagement, when their engagement happened in August 2011. So here is a new words, children. Visited, toured, different, non same as another. Speaker, a person who speaks. Travel, grow from one place to another. Different, same, beautiful, ugly. So last but not least paragraph, children. So listen carefully. I want to read the paragraph, children. Nick and Kane got married on February 12, 2011, and on February 13, 2013, they were blessed with the birth of healthy baby boy with full body. Nick and Kane wrote an inspirational book, Love Without Limits, together, and it was published in 2014. If I fail, I try again and again and again. If you fail, are you going to try again? The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. It matters how you are going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. I tell people to keep on getting up when they fall and to always love themselves, he said. If I can encourage just one person, then my job in this life is done. So here I want to repeat the paragraph, children. Read the paragraph, look into your book and put finger on these lines. Nick and Kane got married on February 12th, 2011. On February 13, 2013, they were blessed with the birth of a healthy baby boy with full body. Nick and Kane wrote an inspirational book, Love Without Limits, together, and it was published in 2014. If I fail, I try again and again and again. If you fail, are you going to try again? The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. It matters how you are going to finish. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. I tell people to keep on getting up when they fall and to always love themselves. He said, if I can encourage just for one person, then my job in this life is done. So here, Nick and finally they fall in love and they got married on February 12th, 2012. So Nick and Kanemia Hara married on February 12th, 2012. On February 13, 2013, after 1 year, they were blessed with the birth of a healthy baby boy with full body. So how it's a very happy moment of his disabled person. His the baby boy was born with full body. It was a fantastic feeling of Nick Oychik. Nick and Kane wrote an inspirational book. Nick and Kane, they both are write inspirational book, Love Without Limits. Love Without Limits together. It was published in 2014. So they wrote an inspirational book. The name of the inspirational book is Love Without Limits. So both Nikki and Kane both are wrote an inspirational book. What was the book name of the book? Love Without Limits. And when was it? It was published in 2014. In 2014 they published the book Love Without Limits. Who are the writers of the book? Nick and Kane. Both are the writers of the book. So when they were married, February 12th, 2012. And February 13th, 2013, they were blessed with the a healthy baby boy with a fully body. So here some wonderful, fantastic words Nick said to us. If I fail, I try again and again and again. If you fail, are you going to try again? The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. So here, Nick said to us, if I fail, I try again and again and again. If you fail, are you going to try again? The human spirit can handle much more than we realize. సో ఒకవేళ నేను ఫెయిల్ అయితే ఐ ట్రై అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్ ప్రయత్నిస్తూనే ఉంటాను. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఫెయిల్ ఆర్ యు గోయింగ్ టు ట్రై అగైన్, ఒకవేళ నువ్వు ఫెయిల్ అయితే తిరిగి ప్రయత్నిస్తావా అని చెప్పేసి నికోయిచిక్ మనల్ని అడగడం జరిగింది. చిల్డ్రన్, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఫెయిల్ ఆర్ యు ట్రయింగ్ అండ్ ట్రయింగ్ అగైన్? ఎస్. సో ఒకవేళ ఒక విషయంలో మనం ఫెయిల్ అయితే దాన్ని అంతటితోనే ఆపకూడదని నీకు చెప్తున్నారు. ప్రయత్నించాలి. ఎప్పటి వరకు అంటే టు రీచ్ అవర్ సక్సెస్. సో సాధించే వరకు కూడా ఏ పనిని ఆపకూడదు అన్నమాట. ఎన్ని అవరోధాలు వచ్చినా, ఎన్ని అడ్డంకులు వచ్చినా. సీ హియర్ చిల్డ్రన్, ఫస్ట్ హీ వాంట్ టు కిల్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్. Nikolchik, that person became a world famous motivational speaker. సో మనం ఆయన నుంచి చాలా నేర్చుకోవాలి. సో చనిపోవాలి, ఎందుకు పనికిరాను, ఒక డిజేబుల్డ్ పర్సన్, హీ హ్యాస్ ఓన్లీ బాడీ వితౌట్ ఆర్మ్స్ అండ్ లెగ్స్, హీ వాజ్ ఎ టోర్సో. ఒక టోర్సో ఇంత గొప్ప పొజిషన్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మనం ఎంత సాధించాలండి? సో చిల్డ్రన్, ఫెయిల్ అయితే మళ్ళీ ప్రయత్నిస్తూనే ఉండాలన్నమాట. The human spirit can handle much worse than we realize. It matters how you are going to finish. So, ఎలా పూర్తి చేసామన్నది important. Are you going to finish strong? Said Nick. I tell people to keep on getting up when they fall and to always love themselves. So, వాళ్ళని వాళ్ళు ప్రేమించుకోవాలి. ది ఫాల్ అండ్ టు ఆల్వేస్ లవ్ దెమ్ సెల్ఫ్. మనల్ని మనం ప్రేమించుకుంటే మనం దేనైనా సాధించగలుగుతాం అన్నమాట. ఇఫ్ ఐ కెన్ ఎంకరేజ్ జస్ట్ వన్ పర్సన్ దెన్ మై జాబ్ ఇన్ దిస్ లైఫ్ ఈస్ డన్. ఒకవేళ నా లైఫ్లో గనక ఒక్కరిని నేను మోటివేట్ చేయగలిగిన నా లైఫ్ ధన్యమే అని చెప్పేసి ఇక్కడ నీకు చెప్పడం జరిగిందనమాట. సో ఐ వాంట్ టు repeat the important points, children. So children, here is new words. Here is new words, children. Blessed, made holy, spirit, soul, travel, grow from one place to another. Antonyms: strong, weak, fall, pass. Would you please note down, children? Blessed, made holy, spirit, soul, travel, go from one place to another place. Antonyms: strong, weak, fail, pass. So before we concluding the lesson, we discuss about the brief summary of the lesson. Attitude is altitude. Nick Ojikik was born as a torso. It means he has no arms and legs, but he has a small foot on his left hip, children. But children, the small foot helps him balance his body and to kick things. He uses his small foot to type and pick things up. He calls his small foot chicken drumstick, children. It looks like it. So it was looked like that. That's why he called his small foot on his left hip as a chicken drumstick. He says he would be lost without his foot because he does everything with the help of it. With the help of his small foot, he done everything. When Nick was born, Nick's father was shocked. So Nick's father was shocked, and he went out of the hospital room to vomit. His distraught mother could not hold him until he was 4 months old. His disability in a result of phocomelia, a rare medical condition. Nick's mother was a nurse and she did everything right, but she still blamed herself. So it's a wonderful decision for Nick children that it was to join him a mainstream school. It was a good decision they made for him, children. Children, his mother invented a special plastic device for him to hold a pen and pencil. Nick's father put him in the water when he was 18 months old. Thus, they made him independent, lend him swimming and surfing and give brave. So thus they made him independent. When Nick was 10 years old, he felt cold and bitter. He tried to kill himself by drowning in the bathtub, but the attempt was unsuccessful. When he was 13, he read an article about disabled man who had achieved great things. So then he realized why God made him to give hope to others. He decided and focus on what he had rather than what he did not have. So in 1919, Nick won the Australian Young Citizen of the Year award for his bravery and perseverance. Once Nick was at traffic lights, a girl was looking at him interestingly. Nick did a 360-degree spin in the car seat to frighten her. So here is funny incident here in our textbook, children. The girl sped off from there. In 2008, Nick went to Hawaii and met surfing master. What was the surfing master name? Nick's surfing master name? Bethany Hamilton. Why she met Bethany Hamilton? To learn surfing. So why Nick chose Bethany Hamilton? Because she was also a disabled person. In 2008, Nick met Bethany Hamilton to learn surfing. She had her arm bitten off by a shark when she was 12. Nick chose her because he thought she might understand his psychological condition. That's why he chose Bethany Hamilton children. So that is the reason to choose Bethany Hamilton as a surfing master. Nick quickly learns of and did 360-degree spin. In 2008, Nick attended a meeting in Texas as a guest speaker. Kane Miyahara was impressed with Nick's message. In 2008, Nick attended a meeting in Texas as a guest speaker. Kane Miyahara was impressed with Nick's message. They became close friends and later they fell in love with each other. Their engagement happened children August 2011. Nick and Kane got married 2012, February 12th. They were blessed with a healthy baby boy on 13th February 2013. Nick and Kane wrote an inspirational book. What is the inspirational book? Name of the inspirational book? Love Without Limits. If I fail, try again and again and again. If you fail, are you going to try again? Said Nick to us. So his motivation of his life is give hope to others. This is the short biography of Nick Koichik children. It's a wonderful uh, lesson about a disabled person, a great motivational speaker. So children, here I want to tell you a small inspirational Telugu story, children. So I would like to inspire after listening the Telugu story. So listen carefully, children. ఒక సముద్రపు ఒడ్డున ఒక చిన్న పక్షి ఉండేది. ఆ పక్షి తన గుడ్లని ఆ సముద్రపు ఒడ్డున పెట్టడం జరిగింది. అలా పెట్టినప్పుడు ఆ సముద్రం వేవ్స్ రూపంలో వచ్చి ఆ పక్షుల్ని ఆ గుడ్డుల్ని సముద్రంలోకి తీసుకువెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. సో ఆ పక్షి అలా జరగడం చూసి చాలా చిన్న పక్షి చాలా వేదనకి గురయ్యేది. సో అలా బాధపడుతూ ఉండేది. ఒకరోజు బాగా కోపం వచ్చింది ఆ పక్షికి, సముద్రం ఇలా చేస్తుంది అనేది. ఇంక ఎలా అయినా ఈ సముద్రం మీద కోపాన్ని తీర్చుకోవాలని ఆ సముద్రాన్ని ఇంకింప చేయాలి, శుష్కింప చేయాలనే ప్రయత్నంతో సముద్రంలోని వాటర్ని తన ముక్కుతో చిన్న ముక్కుతో ఆ సముద్రపు వాటర్ని తీసుకొచ్చి ఒడ్డునేయడం జరిగింది. ఆ విధంగా ఆ చిన్న పక్షి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తుంటే ఆ పక్కనున్న ఆ ఇతర పక్షులు కూడా వచ్చి దాని యొక్క బాధ, వేదనని, ఆ మాతృ వేదనని గమనించి అవి కూడా ఆ పక్షికి సహాయం చేయడం మొదలుపెట్టింది. ఆ విధంగా పొరుగు ప్రాంతాల్లో ఉన్న పక్షులు, ఆ విధంగానే ఇతర దేశాల్లో ఉన్న పక్షులన్నీ కూడా వచ్చేసి ఆ పక్షికి సహాయం చేయడం, అందులో పాలు పంచుకోవడం జరిగిందనమాట. ఆ విధంగా పక్షులన్నీ వచ్చి సముద్రంలో వాటర్‌ని ఒడ్డుకు తీసుకొచ్చి పెట్టడం జరుగుతున్న క్రమంలో మరి వ్యవసాయంలో సాధారణంగా మనం గమనిస్తా ఉంటాం. చిన్న చిన్న పురుగులు, కీటకాలని ఈ పక్షులనేవి తినడం జరిగిద్ది. కానీ ఈ పక్షులు తినకపోవడం వల్ల ఆ ఫీల్డ్స్‌లో, ఆ పొలాల్లో పంట పాడైపోవడం జరుగుతుంది ఆ పురుగులు పట్టేసి. సో అక్కడున్న రైతులందరూ బాధపడుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ విషయం పక్షులకి రాజైనటువంటి పక్షిరాజు గారికి తెలిసింది. పక్షులన్నీ ఏమైపోతున్నాయి, ఎక్కడికెళ్తున్నాయి అని ఆ పక్షిరాజు గమనించి ఆ పక్షుల దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అవి వాటి యొక్క గోడుని ఆ పక్షిరాజుకి విన్నవించుకోవడం జరిగింది. చెలించిపోయిన పక్షిరాజు అయ్యయ్యో! తన పిల్లల్ని కోల్పోయిన ఒక చిన్న పక్షి గురించి ఎంతో వేదనకి గురయ్యి సముద్రాన్ని తన రెక్కలతో తను అటు ఇటు విసరడం జరిగింది. అప్పుడు సముద్రం అల్లకల్లోలం అయిపోయి ఆ యొక్క సముద్రుడు బయటకొచ్చి ఏం జరిగింది, నన్ను ఇలా ఇబ్బంది పెడుతున్నారని అడిగినప్పుడు ఆ పక్షిరాజు జరిగిన విషయం చెప్పినప్పుడు సముద్రుడు దయచేసి నన్ను క్షమించండి, ఇక నుంచి నేను ఏదైతే సముద్రంలోకి తీసుకుని వెళ్తానో అవన్నీ ఒడ్డున పడేస్తాను అని చెప్పేసి చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఆ విధంగా మనం ఏదైనా సముద్రంలో పడేస్తే అవి ఒడ్డుకు రావడం అనేది జరుగుతుంది. సో హియర్ చిల్డ్రన్, ఒక చిన్న పక్షి ముక్కుతో ఎంత వాటర్‌ని తీసుకురాగలదు, కానీ తను చేయగలను అనే కార్యసిద్ధితో ప్రయత్నించి సముద్రాన్ని, అంత పెద్ద సముద్రాన్ని ఒక చిన్న పక్షి భయపెట్టడం జరిగిందనమాట. సో వచ్చి క్షమాపణలు అడగడం జరిగింది. మనం చెయ్యాలనుకున్న పనిని కష్టపడి మనం ఆత్మస్థైర్యంతో, పట్టుదలతో, కృషితో చేసినప్పుడు ఎంత పెద్ద పనినైనా కానీ మనం చేయగలుగుతాం. మనలో ఎప్పుడూ కూడా నిరాశ అనేది ఉండకూడదనమాట. మనం నిక్ వోయిచిక్ లైఫ్‌ని చూసినట్లయితే ఈ అసలు ఎందుకు నేను పనికిరానేమో, ఎందుకు దేవుడు నన్నిలా క్రూయల్ ట్రిక్ ప్లే చేశాడు నా పైన అని సూసైడ్ చేసుకుని చనిపోవాలనుకున్న వ్యక్తి ఈరోజు ఒక గ్రేట్ మోటివేషనల్ స్పీకర్, ఈరోజు మనం టెక్స్ట్ బుక్‌లో చదువుకునే ఒక గ్రేట్ పర్సన్‌గా నిలబడ్డారు. ఆ విధంగా చిన్న పక్షి పాపం తనంత చిన్న పక్షి అయినప్పటికీ కూడా అంత పెద్ద సముద్రాన్ని కదిలింపచేసింది. మరి మీరు తలుచుకుంటే, అన్ని అవయవాలు సక్రమంగా పనిచేసే మనం తలుచుకుంటే ఎంత సాధించగలమో ఒకసారి ఆలోచించండి చిల్డ్రన్. సో సో మీరు ఈ స్టోరీ విన్న తర్వాత ఇన్స్పైర్ అయ్యి బాగా మంచిగా చదివి మంచి మార్క్స్‌తో మీరు 10th క్లాస్ గెట్ ఆన్ అవుతారని నేను ఆశిస్తున్నాను. సో హియర్ వి హ్యావ్ సినోనిమ్స్ చిల్డ్రన్. So we discuss about the synonyms. We have paper 2 in 16th question. We have synonyms children. It's very important. We have 2 marks questions in paper 2, question number 16 children. So let us go to the synonyms. Stretch, extend, scratch, rub, allow, permit, pebbles, gravel, faced, confront, whole, anti, arms, hands, details, elaborations, stop, hinder, brave, bold. So would you please note down the synonyms in your notebooks, children? Small, little, helps, enables, uses, utilize, pick, taken, lives, stays, decided, choose, special, particular, hard, difficult, shocked, stunned, distraught, sad, distressed. So explanation, reason, occurrence, happening, right, apt, blamed, accused, programmer, engineer, thought, rhymed, invented, created, device, tool, blight, teased, insisted, forced, mainstream, common, achieved, attained, obtained. Here is another synonyms, children. Mobility. Mobility means movement. Crying, weeping, hated, loud, international, global, symbol, sign, triumph, victory, bitter, depressed, terrified, feel terror, luckily, fortunately, attempt, effort, try, unsuccessful, fail, purpose, use, friends, comrades, realized, understood, hope, expect, encourage, support, courage, bravery. Challenges, problems, strengthen, nourish. Convictions, strong options. Perseverance, determination. Travel, to spin, turn, quickly, fast, amazing, wonderful, magazine, journal, inspirational, encouraging, published, printed, handle, face, finish, complete, faith, belief, choose, acted, modest, humble. So these are the synonyms, children. Would you please all this note down? So this is the great and wonderful lesson. Attitude is altitude. Here I want to give you the assignment, children. Write a biographical sketch of Nick Vujicic. So write about Nick Vujicic. This was the assignment today, children. Thank you so much, children, listening this video. Thank you. Thank you so much.